I don't really understand why, but no one wants to invest in enduro too much. But
Really?
well, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, some people do. I think it depends on your sort of brand strategy, but for me, I reckon enduro is such a core discipline now. Like, yeah, it's not that old, but as bikes have got better and there's been this hybrid, which is like, so there's like the 5% here that do downhill. There's the 5% here that do XC. And these bikes are very uphill focused. These bikes are very downhill focused. And then, say that's 5% each side, you've got 90% in the middle of some sort of range. You have down country, trail, enduro, e-bike. You know,
And it almost all falls under enduro still.
Exactly. Yeah. So I reckon it's such a huge part of the market, and people are looking at what we're doing. Like, I have so many people come up to me after watching my YouTube videos on how to set up a Zeb fork or a Lyric fork, or how to service their dropper and whatever else. Like, downhill bikes don't have droppers. No. It's not downhillers who are looking at it. And I think it's a shame that brands can't see, even if our racing isn't very visible, the racing allows us to become the characters we are and to have a platform to show our skills. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't matter that it's not, televised, because people still look to us when it comes to buying bikes and buying trail bikes.
Absolutely. It's hard to portray, because same goes for us too as a team. Literally dozens in the last year have come to us and gone, I watch you guys before buying this bike. I watched this video. Yeah. I wanted Essential because of Bailey, whatever. And it's hard to I'm almost like, can you write that down for me so I can send it to transition? Like, it's hard to say, this is X amount of support that we're getting, and this is X economic value we've produced.
Yeah.
And let's factor that in now, please. Yeah. And it's not to say that there's an imbalance there. There could be at times, but I just wish it was more easy to measure.
Yeah. Yeah, it is hard. And only a fraction of people will come up to you and say something.
Right. So what's the other 80% that saw your video, bought a Zeb fork?
Yeah.
Thanks to you, but no one will.
But they're
ever
too
know.
shy to say something.
Exactly. Yeah. Or it's not that they're too shy. They just don't feel compelled. They don't have to.
They don't have to. No.
But the brands, it just goes into the top line. There's no way to know.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, it's some marketing guy somewhere that goes, oh, I like what you're doing, or I don't. And there's a huge decision somewhere.
Yeah.
And like we were saying earlier, sometimes it's someone who's new to a brand. They're reevaluating an entire spreadsheet.
Yeah.
All they see is line items. And they go, oh, this one's a little heavy. Or this one's light. Why do we even need this? And it's just so hard, because there's people on the other side of that.
Yeah.
And it's not just people, it's riders like yourself or like others who their entire livelihood is that line item. And that budget, the little bit of budget they're getting.
And we're putting so much into it. Like,
your
honestly,
entire being.
Yeah, like we, John and I, every day at breakfast, we're talking plans, we're talking videos, we're talking what's the next bit of content we can do, what's something that people want to learn, what can we share with people, how do we help people choose between a trail bike or a more higher travel enduro bike, or what's the next cool edit we're going to do, should we do something cool on the e-bike? We're talking about that every day. And then also same thing, so I'll talk to John for half an hour at breakfast about all the media and the ideas of how we're going to produce this stuff and film it. And then Joel will walk in and we'll start talking about what tires we're going to run on the weekend. Should we change the spoke tension on the wheels? What about that PSI on that fork? Was that all right for this condition? Blah, blah, blah. We're talking about the bikes. Then I'm going to the gym, training on the road bike.
Tuning in your body. Yeah.
Eating, recovering, resting. And then also, managing the team as well, making sure the accommodation's booked. You know what it's like.
Yeah, and it's not just that.
A lot of work.
The accommodation, all the bookings.
Yeah.
Registration. There's no notification
having a
on when
vehicle.
to register. Yeah.
Registering the vehicle, getting insurance for the vehicle. And then
next year,
expenses,
mid-season
reports.
Already, you got to start looking into next year.
Yeah.
It's just never ending.
Yeah, it is never ending. And I think, people don't realize that, honestly, for the last, especially since the Enduro program that it was in previous years wound down at the end of last year, since then it's been like 24/7, just always on the clock, always thinking, always trying to put so much into this, and it's just hard to when people can't see that.
Right.
But I mean, we're also lucky too. Like, a lot of the people we do work with can see our value,
right.
And a lot of people come up to me, like yourself, and people will say, "Wow, it's awesome that you're doing this stuff on YouTube and you're showcasing our sport in a way that a lot of people don't have time to do." So you get some good feedback, but then also sometimes there's just a few people that you really want the good feedback from that you don't get it from.
The ones that matter.
The ones that matter.
It's time to writing checks.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
So
but it's good.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm kind of, to be honest, right now, with how hard it is and how much effort I'm putting in for what I'm getting back, is I'm honestly thinking of just changing tack a little bit.
Yeah.
Like maybe getting into more videos, racing less. It's just so, it just is so energy heavy. What we like mentally and physically, what I'm doing this year.